them know that we are the American Indians. Copper color Indians, baby. A real Indian, American Indian is me.
African Americans here, but they recently moved here from places like Kenya, Ethiopia, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Zaire. But not a brother whose family's lived in this country for generations, occupying space in all the locations, New York, Miami, LA, Detroit, Chicago, even if he's wearing a dashiki and sporting an afro. And if you go to Africa in search of your race, you'll find out quick, you're not an African American. You're just a black American in Africa taking up space. Why you keep trying to attach yourself to a continent where even if you got the chance to go and you went, most people there wouldn't even claim you as one of them, as a purebred daughter or son of them. Your heritage is right here now, no matter what you call yourself or what you say. And a lot of people...
Hey y'all, y'all see I'm not camming up today. Not today, baby. But I'm not gonna be on here real long because Dane's coming on at 6 o'clock, and I don't want to miss that live that he has coming on. Thank you for the cash app, sweetheart. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. But I just want to vibe a little bit today and probably a rush through this. I do have some slides, and I want to talk a little bit about the Copperhead Democrats in 1860s. Also, I want to touch a little bit about bad rhetoric and the Virginia Indians, and just vibe a little bit. So let me start off with doing. I have some slides, and I'm gonna quickly go through them because I want you to see the great effort that it took a lot of work to hide us as a people in old literature. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of effort for college um, professors, uh, scientists, philosophers, psychiatrists, psychologists, social workers. When you hear all these different titles, it took a lot of work for them to masterly try and hide who the mainland Indians are here within the confines of the 50 states. It took a lot of work. And the very sad part about it is the students that write the articles, um, and even professors are sometimes fooled, believe it or not, when writing these articles because they're only going off based on information that they receive. But today we're waking up a lot of professors and college students. And it's really helpful because they, believe me, a lot of these college professors that are writing articles today, they knew not what they were doing. A lot of them didn't. But now they're looking back because a lot of them look like me and you. A lot of them are not me and you. A lot of them are me and you. And they're going back looking at their writing, and many of them are starting to come out with understanding that it wasn't a good idea to backdate their articles that they wrote in the 1900s. Um, they see that it wasn't a very good idea to insert words that were not used. Like if you write an article in 2000, 2001, 1900s about the people in our community, and you insert words like African American, they're seeing that that wasn't good because a lot of people that look like me and you are really innocent to this, especially when they're students and someone trying to get a master's degree or doctorate. They have to bite the bullet if they do know the truth. What they'll do is bite the bullet just to get the degree and get the hell out. And, if it takes that they have to write an article and use those words, they'll do it. They will. But just to get that degree. But later on, when they retire or when they get older, and when they really, really see, like, look, I know that I'm not from Africa. And they are beginning to fix the problems that they created when it comes to our identity. So I have a lot of respect for college professors and students who are saying, whoa, I got to fix this because this is just not true. Africans didn't own all the damn land in the South. That makes no sense. It couldn't possibly be true. Because when you're looking at the South and comparing it to the North, in the South, the predominant people with the full blooded features of the Indian do reside. And when you look at people like Chief Holiday, um, you know the full blood because they have the features. Their features are untouched. And that's a fact. When you look at a South Carolina person, South Carolina, I believe, based on my research, and I'm still looking, South Carolina is probably the state that has less mixed race children. And that's a fact. I mean, they have them, but predominantly, when you see a South Carolina person, you know that they are like pretty much fully Indian. A lot of them stuck to their own Aboriginal races. When you're talking about places like South Carolina, Mississippi, and Alabama, a lot of them are literally unmixed Indians. And that's a fact. Lots of them. And you also have to remember the southern states are the Confederate states. They are not the colonial states. It's not that many areas in the South where the colonials uh, colonized. And we're going to read about that today. When you're talking Virginia, that's a colonial state. When you're talking South Carolina, you're just talking about Charleston. And that's what people have to understand. South Carolina is huge, and it's also very beautiful to me. Florida is beautiful. But yes, indeed. And you also have to remember a lot of South Carolina Indians did migrate to Florida. They got the hell away. They did. But for the most part, I don't speak about South Carolina just because that's where my family originally originated from. It's because it's very true. When you look at people like Ali Muhammad, Bumpy Johnson, our brother Ali Muhammad, he's literally a lot of South Carolina men have strong features alike. They really do. I mean, they don't look exactly alike, but you know them when you see them. Like in any other state, you know that there's a difference between a South Carolina Indian and a Virginia Indian. Truly, indeed. Not just by features, but just by the mannerisms. They both have manners, but the vibe is different. But you know that's your brother. And the other thing that I wanted to point out is, yep, North Carolina, South Carolina, yes, Mississippi. Don't leave out Alabama. Seriously. And the thing about us mainland Indians, our energy and spirits can detect a mainland Indian. We know mainland Indian. We don't even have, I could never have visited. Like if I go to Tennessee or Texas or any of the southern states, you know a mainland Indian. You do. It's like a damn magnet. You just automatically know a mainland Indian. You know an American, point blank, a real American versus someone who came here as a foreigner. that looks like you. You automatically just know it. I could be in the North all my life, which I have been so far, and go to North Carolina, any southern state, and my vibe will automatically pick up on a mainland Indian. Oh, yeah. We're going to get into them Pocahontas right now. But you can. And that's the beautiful thing about our people. You can hide our identity by paper, but you can't hide energy. You can't hide or keep us from connecting with each other, because that mainland Indian soil connects. Okay. You know, an alien species to your soil, it won't connect with you. Now, we there's different kind of vibes. You can get vibes where you just dislike a person and don't want to deal with them. But that does not change the fact that, and it can't interrupt, it will not interrupt the fact that you know that's a mainland Indian that your ass just don't like. That's a fact. I don't like that wench. But that does not block the energy that tells you, yeah, this is a mainland Indian. She make me so mad. That's the funny thing. Hey, indigenous minds, and that's a fact. But let's get into this, because I got to be off here in like an hour, because Dane comes on at 6, and I'm gonna go watch that. So let's get into the. I believe I have the ooh. All right, here. Yep. They said do entire screen. But when I do entire screen, I need my little thingy up here. Oh, okay. Oh, it's not going to let me do it that way. All right, y'all, let's go. From the beginning. All right, here we go. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Okay, so Copperheads. Woo-hoo-hoo. Let me put this up here out my way. Oops, did I do this right? Can y'all see this? Because I can't see y'all. I can't see y'all. I hate it when I can't. You know what? I don't like this shit. I got to see my audience. I'm sorry. We're going to do it the old-fashioned way. Sorry, y'all. I'm just not going to do it that way. I'm sorry. I can't do it that way. All right, here we go. Hey there, Misha. Hey, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Certified Sachi. Hey, boo-boo. All right, let me get this thing going, because I'm going to be here all day if I goof off. Okay, here we go, y'all. Here we go. All right, I'm doing it the old-fashioned way, because I need to see y'all. Smash that like button. So, can y'all see this? Is it blurry? Okay, the Confederates. CSA, that means Confederate States. In May 1861, Confederate Congress appropriated $2 million to either construct or purchase ironclad vessels in England. The Confederacy intended to use the European ironclads to break the Union blockage. Aside from those built in Europe, the Confederacy also manufactured their own vessels. And that's a fact. They manufactured their own vessels. And let me show you what I mean. I believe I have that up. Hang on, y'all. I'm going to do a reshare, because they did. The South Listen, the South wasn't bullshitting. They made their own damn guns. Let me see. Let me make sure I got this baby up. I do. See? Right here. Oh, they was making guns. Alexander John and Company, the Confederate States was making their own guns too. And they tried to say, when I looked up to see who helped fund the Confederacy, I was very shocked when I saw that the Queen signed off on it, right? There now, all these places in the South made weapons for that Confederate war. They gave the North a fight. So they truly did. They gave the North a fight. All these companies was manufacturing guns back then for that Confederate war. 1840s, 1863, they was making them. And the interesting part about the funding of the Civil War, when I went to look up and see if the Queen funded the Civil War, these people tried to say, oh, she didn't support the Confederate, but she signed off on it for them to get the funds to be funded. Because she didn't. Okay, they say, oh, the Queen, she didn't recognize the Confederate States as a country, but she signed off on it to be funded. And I'm like, that's some damn bullshit. Because let me tell you something. If you sign off, and I look a hot mess, that's why I ain't got my thing off. If you signing off to fund a damn Confederate war, the minute you sign, you are acknowledging the Confederate States as a country. How the hell you gonna sign off to fund the war, right? To fund the Confederates and talking about you don't acknowledge them as a country. Get out of here. The minute you sign something, you acknowledge it. Actions speak louder than words. Because she know her ass wanted the South to stay the way it was. Because when they was planting that cotton, they needed that shit shipped to England. Don't play with me. So they could cancel Christmas with that one. She funded it to cover her ass because she didn't know who was going to win, whether it was going to be the North or the South. So to cover her ass, she funded it like they do today. United States, they fund both sides of the wars. So I'm gonna let me get back to this document. It's some bullshit, bull doodle. All right, let's get back to it, y'all. So here we go. Come on, slow ass computer. So let's go. So we get into foreign countries' involvement in the Civil War. Foreign countries didn't get involved in the American Civil War. However, foreign firms built ships and sold arms, but they were not part of any government. The Confederacy had advocates in England and France. If you got, believe me, when you're talking England and France, you're talking British. Can y'all hear me? Mic check. Mic check. Facts. So the English, mic check. Can y'all hear me? Copper, Dan Misha, can you give me a 1? Okay, thank you. The English built ships used by the Confederates. CSS Florida, Georgia Rappahannock, and Shenandoah, some Indian names right there, sank more than 150 Northern ships in the U.S. Civil War. It is certainly true that the Confederates commissioned ships from England. The most famous was the CSS Alabama, which sunk 65 ships before being sunk. Damn. Foreign countries involved, although European powers chose to remain neutral in the American Civil War, they still managed to supply the southern states with supplies. Don't tell me the Queen didn't acknowledge the damn Confederate States as a country. British did provide significant assistance in other ways, chiefly by permitting the construction in English shipyards of Confederate warships and blockade runners. So during this time, I wanted to get into who the Copperheads in the Civil War were. This is what I mean when they state, talk about the Copperheads. And we're going to read about it. They try everything in their power to hide who the Copperheads are, but we know who they are. In the 1860s, the Copperheads, also known as Peace Democrats, were a faction of the Democratic Party in the Union who opposed the American Civil War and wanted an immediate peace settlement with the Confederates. Copperhead Democrats, historical leaders. Let's get here. And here we go. If you look up the Copperheads, when you do, these are the snakes. You got your northern Copperhead, your eastern Copperhead right here. So now you tell me, who do these snakes look at? Because they're venomous snakes. They always looked at the Democrats as snakes any goddamn way. Man, I'm no longer a Democrat, but look at the Copperheads. Who do they look like? Bunch of sneaky niggas. Hint, 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 hint. Sell out. They didn't really want to have no civil war. They really opposed it. They didn't want it. They wanted a peace agreement because a lot of these Democrats in the North had family in the South. A lot of them had families in the South, and they didn't want to fight their own brothers and sisters and mothers. When you think of when you see this picture, these pictures of these venomous snakes, what do they look like? Tell me, what is your thought? What's the first thought that comes to your mind? Hello? No thoughts, audience? Correct. Niggas and whites and yeah. There you go. There you go. You can't hide the Negroes. You can't. There's venomous snakes. And we still like this today. You be on my channel, you come to my channel. We got our little way. You go to BAP channel. You go to Cheap Holiday channel. You go to all the different channels. We a little bunch of snakes. For real. But anyway, let's keep it moving. Populations. Who were the Copperheads in the Civil War? Populations are spread out in Connecticut. Facts. But the greatest abundance of Copperheads is found in central Connecticut lowland, Trap Rock, ridges. These ridges are located on the western side of the Connecticut River in Hartford, Middlesex, and New Haven counties. Although they're talking about the snakes, okay, you better believe Hartford is full of niggas. That's the hood of all the among hoods. New Haven, massive Negroes. These are hoods. But just showing you where they are in Connecticut. Like I said, I'm rushing through these because I don't want to miss Dane's live. So I'm telling you, look it up. Connecticut. I'm quickly want to go through Indians because I want you to keep doing your genealogy. These Indians are coming out. And you got to understand, these are the Nottoway Indian tribe of Virginia. You see any goddamn Africans in there? When I show you a different tribe in Virginia, I'm doing Virginia today. I'm going to do other states. But throw up some fire when you see people that look like us. Facts. I'm serious. This is a Nottoway Indian tribe. And you got to remember, Virginia and Connecticut got a lot of mulatto mixed Indians. Facts. That's right. Not one damn African. You better believe it. Mainland. I could go right in Virginia and know a mainland Indian when I see one. Hell yeah. The Rappahannock Indians. Rappahannock County is located in Virginia's Piedmont region, a destination which in natural beauty, American history, farmlands, quaint towns and inns, wineries, and fine dining. The county is geographically unique with access to the serene Blue Ridge Mountains and our nation's capital of Washington, D.C. In 1607, the Rappahannock were the dominant tribe of the Rappahannock River Valley, maintaining 13 villages along the north and south banks of the river, named after them. Their capital town was Topahannock or Topahannock. The tribe remained there until 1706, when by order of Essex County, they were forced to leave Portabago. The Rappahannock Indians then returned to their ancestral lands located in King and Queen County, where their descendants live today. Throw up some damn fire. Let's go. And let's get to the mainland. I'm telling you, you go to Virginia, you know the mainland Indians do not play with me. Rappahannock Indians. Prior to the 17th century, the Rappahannock Indians maintained seasonal residence on the banks of Totusky Creek. They fished for spawning shad and herring each spring, trapping fish in weirs in the creek's narrows and preparing them for tribe to consume or trade. When the Rappahannock were forced to begin selling their lands to the English in 1651, part of the tribe moved to the Totosha town. In 1667, the Rappahannock sold the town and moved to their hunting grounds on the south side of Rappahannock River, where they continue to live today. And Frank Goldsmith, who wrote this book, The Rappahannock Indians of Virginia, I don't like how you hide that Negro's face, but y'all get the drift. See, that's the shit they do. That's the shit they do. You know that's a Negro Indian right there. This is why Walter Plecker was having a goddamn headache. Having a damn headache. Because they bought some of the colonial lands in Virginia, but he got tired of seeing niggas. And he got a lot of nerve living next door to one and then go to work. Walter Plecker. Here we go. Powhatan, baby. They go Miss Rose Powhatan. I know damn well y'all got family that look like this pretty girl. I know a girl that looked like her named Frida Moon. Her name is Rose Powelton, is co-founder, director of the Powelton Museum of Indigenous Arts and Culture. She is descended from the Paw Monkey mother and Tuxeton father, Indian tribes of Virginia. Miss Powelton also works as an artist, historian, and storyteller. Throw up some damn fire, pretty mama. You can't hide our history but for so long. Miss Alice Myers Hall, who is Shawnee and Lenape. Tell me you ain't got no damn relative. Damn, she look like me. Alice Myers Hall, Virginia Shawnee and Lenape, Indian, volunteer for the gallery photo by Peter Thornton. Shout out to Peter Thornton for this photo. Thornton. It says, thank you, Alice Myers Hall, Virginia Shawnee and Lenape Indian, for your article in the Observer magazine. We are grateful for your service as a military veteran to our country and for your volunteering now to help us connect communities to communities through the gathering, October 30th through November 1st. She looked like my dad's mother. She's so pretty. That's a sister. That's right. Throw up that damn fire. You ain't hiding them Indians. Because I'm more Pocahontas. Baby girl. She's beautiful. Like she like, now you're getting folks that look like my damn people. The second unique circumstance for the Virginia tribe is that what they experienced at the hands of the Commonwealth government during the first half of the 20th century. It has been called paper genocide at a time when the federal government granted American Indians the right to vote. Virginia's elected officials adopted racially hostile laws targeted at those classes of people who do not fit into the dominant white society. I keep telling y'all, fire. And with the fanatical efficiency altered and destroyed by the records of Virginia's American Indians. Virginia's political elite sought to expunge the records of anyone other than themselves who could hold the claim that they were the descendant of Pocahontas. Boing, boing, boing. Pocahontas' marriage to John Rolfe created an uncomfortable circumstance for John Rolfe's descendants, who populated Virginia's aristocratic elite and who maintained that all non-whites were part of the inferior Negro race. Let me get over here for a minute, because that's just like sad. I'm serious. That's bad. A hot damn mess. Wow. Listen, it's a hot mess. I had to drop the bomb. That clearly tells you what they did across these 50 states. Point blank. Ah! Oh! I'm not playing with these fools. Let's get back to it. Where my damn document? All right, where you go? All right, here we go, y'all. Chesapeake Indians. Yo, Chesapeake Indians. Y'all see this shit? When I tell you, you don't got to be from one state to know who that real Indian blood lineage is. Y'all see these people? Do anybody on this photo look like they're African or of African descent? Anybody? Yes? No? Do y'all see anybody in this photo with African features or Indian features? Facts. Now let me break this down because I slipped one on you. These Chesapeake Indians. That's my niece up in the right top. That's my grandmother at the bottom. And that's my niece at the bottom. I threw my family in here. You can't tell them from the goddamn Chesapeake Indians. Now you know how Walter Plecker felt. Yo, throw up some goddamn fire. Thank you, baby. I threw my family up in there in the mix. This is what Walter Plecker couldn't stand. That's why his little head was swollen. Ah, there are colors. Fuck it, there are colors. I told you. There are all of them. There are colors. Pull the bar. But then I threw this up in here. More Chesapeake Indians. Real Chesapeake Indians. Now, that's my daughter's grandmother. She ain't from no goddamn Africa. That's on my daughter's daddy's side. That's my daughter's daddy's mama. And she's shown up as old Virginia woman. And I be damn if she don't look like no goddamn Virginia Chesapeake Indian. I went to Chesapeake, Norfolk. Now, she's from Norfolk, Virginia. Born. And she's in her mid 70s and look good. That's my baby daddy mama. What a red. I used to call her red. Cause you look like them red Chesapeake Indians. Probably mixed with one of them Powhatans. All right, I already showed you the list of Confederate states manufacturers, so we don't need to read that. We don't need to go into the financing of the Confederacy. That's just extra. All this is extra. These slides will be available, and I got all the sources listed here. All of them. All of them are listed here, my loves. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It's so important. And I think, at this point, a lot of pan boo boos are, putting up their little white flag because a lot of them are looking into their genealogy, and setting aside the DNA. And that's a good thing that we're seeing because they're realizing that they have been influenced by people who are really not from here to take those tests. They have been influenced by people to believe in the DNA test to locate their African family. A lot of them are saying, you know what? I need to look into it through paper. And I think that's a great thing they're doing because now a lot of Jamaicans are, they're really coming out telling the truth. Yes, we are from Africa. They're telling the truth. And so if you were influenced by someone who you thought was you to take this DNA test and they are not you, now the Pan-Africans are saying, well, you know what? Let me look into my paperwork because they know the DNA test is not going to go do nothing in court, but they just get laughed out because it's not proof of their lineage. And I think these, Jamaicans, some of them probably were being humble, say, hey, take the test because they didn't know too. So I'm not going to put it all on them, because when a lot of, Jamaicans come over here, they didn't see, a lot of them genuinely don't see the difference in us and them. They just see us as our brothers, but they learn that, they are the real Africans, and that we are truly the mainland Indians over here, because they're communicating with a lot of real Africans from Africa about us. And I just have to say, shout out to those Jamaicans that are, you know, being respectful and owning up to saying, hey, we're brothers, but just very distant. You know, I shout out to them. So when you hear Jamaicans tell you that they're African, you have to believe them and respect them for that. And that's a fact. Facts. Um, so the last thing I wanted to get in, because I told y'all this was going to be a really quick one, is the young lady sci-fi that came up here. I felt so bad because she misunderstood me. Now, I don't know if this sister is African. She's saying she's a Mississippian. I don't know, or I don't know if she just simply don't understand. I don't know how old she is. But I'm going to read a text message that she sent to me this morning. Now, she's, how she shared that money's going to start coming to you and all this stuff. And and I did share with her openly and said, look, I don't believe everything that this government says that it's going to do. Look how many years we've been hurt. It's just to the point I don't believe nothing until it happens. And I think anybody is like that when it comes to this government. And because there was a notice that went out that senior citizens are going to start getting, one instance I saw 4,000, another instance 3,000, but to my knowledge, that's just for the inflation purposes. No, there's nothing that states that they're going to get it every single month. The people that are on Social Security. So because she saw that come out that they're going to get it, she this morning, and I'm going to read it to you, and I don't think I was rude to her. It's just people have to respect how you feel about certain information. But I woke up this morning, and I don't, be texting nobody this I be at work. She texts me about 7:56 a.m. and she said, "Here we go." So she sent me an article of senior citizens that's going to be getting this little lump sum of money for a couple of $1,000s. And so I read it and I said, one-time payment. I said to her, a one-time payment, if it's true, I will ask old people if they receive this every month. And I thought that was fair because I have people that are senior citizens in my family, and, they get, Social Security, including my mom, because I'm going to ask my sister, yo, do mommy get this amount of money every month? So I told her, I said, I'm going to ask old people if they receive this every month. And I said the smiley face. And then she said, you must have faith because you said it was fake. Yeah, I did. I don't believe nothing until it's true, until I see it. And then she said, this never happened before. So I just proved that it was real. No, you didn't, because they gave out stimulus checks during COVID. So it did happen before. Why are you so against God blessings? Wait a minute. Hold up. Now you're putting God in this. If the government are sending these funds out, the government is not God to me. I don't pray to the government. All right. I do not pray to the government of the United States. And, I just said, okay, that's weird. Why are you so against God's blessings? The last I checked, the article said that the government was sending them these little funds for the senior citizens. You said this will never happen. Well, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Not, I'm going to call my mom and I'm going to call other senior citizens and ask them if they're getting this monthly for the rest of their life. $4,000 is not enough to cover the horrifying things they did to the Indians. So then I said to her, I will believe it when I am contacted directly myself, not when random old people are allegedly to receive a couple $1,000s. I have no trust in this government at all. If I have to respect your thoughts, I ask that you respect mine. Then she responds back, wow, why are you being so mean? I'm like, how am I being mean if I'm just asking you to respect my thoughts because I'm going to respect yours? And I said, I don't get overly excited about daily rhetoric. Sorry, but I'm not being mean. I am a humble woman, and I am. And then she said, random old people. Why disrespect old people, sis? That's uncalled for, sis. I'm like, okay, this sounds like some mental health shit. I said, I'm not being mean. That is my nature. Now, either she's Jamaican or she's not from United States. Because she said, random old people. Why disrespect old people, sis? Do you not? This is what I mean when I say we all don't speak the same language. That's uncalled for. That's what she said. Come on. And then she goes, but that is disrespectful, sis. You can express that in a non-disrespectful way, sis. That was mean. Have a good day. How the fuck is that mean? If I'm saying random old people, I said random. I'm not going to believe it just because random old people are getting a few $1,000s. I said, listen, you have to respect what I do not believe, that I do not believe everything that I hear as it pertains to this government. If you can understand that, then you will see that I am not being disrespectful. If I have to respect the information you're sharing with me, it's only fair that you respect how I digest it. Thank you. There it is. And I'm like, wow, man, come on. It's like, I mean, I thought she was a pleasant sister and beautiful, on the panel. But just because everything that came out of her mouth don't believe I'm gonna believe it, I'm not being mean. I'm just expressing. And because I'm not, you know, into, I'm not into this excitement about this shit. I'm not. We've been hurt too many times. And now, I'm supposed to jump for joy. Nah, I'm not going to do that. We're still dealing with the same bullshit. We're still dealing with horrible racism. We're still dealing with white people who swear up and down they're not being racist and treat you different. So why the fuck am I going to jump up? The same shit is still happening. And you got these people that think they're fucking superior. I don't give a fuck. Nobody is superior than me. And I'm just being an Indian. I'm home. Anybody I see on the street, if they approach me wrong, I'm going to knock their ass out cold. I don't care who you are. And I'm going to set you straight. I didn't grow up thinking that there was a superior race to me. And I'm not going to fucking fake like it either. I'm not. I refuse. I did not come up in the era where I had to adjust to believing that somebody is an inferior race to me. If you say fuck you to me, I'm going to say it back to you. I believe in eye for an eye. You put your hands on me, I'm going to knock your ass out. I don't care who you are. Your race does not make me bow. No, and it's never going to make me bow. I'll say thank you. I appreciate it, but that's as far as I fucking go. I don't kiss people's ass. I got too much of my own ass. Why would I want to do that? I hate that shit. I hate to see another person suck up and kiss somebody's ass for their attention or for their what the fuck am I? What word do I want to use? I hate it. I don't care what your race is. I hate when people are to see people in inferior, humble position of somebody just based on who they are. No. If you get on my nerves, I'm going to say, fuck you. That's it. And see, a lot of you watch my YouTube channel and then you try to use it on me. No, don't watch this bitch because you're going to get the real me. And I mean that shit. You're going to get the real me when you watch me on YouTube. Because this is my shit. I'm not at work and I'm not kissing nobody's ass. I ain't kissed nobody's ass ever. At work, nowhere. I don't care where I am, man. That's not how my parents raised me. Don't try to make me like you. I'm not you and I'll never be you. You're not me. And just because you don't like what I talk about and what I say, keep that fucking shit to yourself. Don't watch my fucking YouTube channel. Don't fucking watch it. Because just like you throw shade and you throw it subliminally, I know how to do that shit too. Only thing about it, I have mastered that shit after 40 fucking years. I've mastered it. I've mastered being subliminal. I learned it. So subliminally, I can say, fuck you, kiss my ass, fuck off, don't watch my channel, get a fucking life, don't worry about me. No, I don't have mental health disorders. You just simply get on my fucking nerves. That's it. Bottom line, don't try to diagnose me. Don't try to recommend me to go get counseling because can't nobody tell me shit that I don't already know. And I have enough fucking sense to go look it up myself. Just because I don't humble under you don't mean I have something going on in my household. I fuck when I get ready to, and when I don't feel like it, I don't. So ain't nothing going wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with the ding ding. So nope, that's not why I got an attitude. Stop trying to judge me with what you're going through. I get 24-hour dick if I want it. So that's not the problem. A lot of women, in the workforce go crazy because they can't get nobody to hump them. I don't have that problem. I got mad beef up in here. So that's not Sister Bethy's problem. Don't try to diagnose me. Ain't shit wrong with me. What's wrong is you're getting on my fucking nerves. Let me do what I gotta do and leave me the fuck alone. That's all you gotta do. Am I going through menopause? Yeah. Still 58 fucking years old. 57. Damn, I'm making myself old. 57, yes, and I still get my fucking period. So guess what? If I was cranky, I was on my fucking rag. I don't know why I still get my period at 57. Ask my grandmother. So no, that's not the problem. The problem is mind your fucking business. I'll mind mine. Let me do what I got to do and just leave me the fuck alone. That's all. If I don't fuck with you, why do you want to fuck with me? Just leave me the fuck alone. Don't tell me how to talk. Don't tell me how to act. My mother did that shit when I was younger. What she was supposed to. She was supposed to guide me. But when I'm grown, leave me the fuck alone. No, I don't have no mental health disorder. You're just simply getting on my fucking nerves. That's all. Leave me alone. Oh, you should use better language. No, the fuck I shouldn't. You should mind your business. Don't watch my channel and leave me alone. That's it. If you don't watch it, you won't hear about it. Well, I like your channel. It's just all a cussing. Guess what? I'm not a Holly Hobby Sunday church girl. I don't do that. I'm not. And I've never been old fashioned Mary Jane with the rollers and all. No, I'm not old fashioned. I'm not an old fashioned church girl. So don't try to make me one. I don't want to be like you. Ooh, child. Ooh, I try not to use curse words. Okay, that's you. If I curse and it's too strong for your ears, cover them bitches up. Put your 2 fingers in each ear. Put a finger in each ear. I'm not going to hold my tongue to satisfy you and make you happy. Get with the fucking program. Learn how to be a cool mom because I'm connecting with my audience. I'm connecting with people that see like I do. There's a whole bunch of people that ain't like me, and there's a whole bunch of people that can't stand you. But I know how to connect with my community. This is how we do. This is the difference between us and you. I don't talk like proper Jane. I only talk that way at work. When I come home, I vibe. You don't like how I vibe? Stay the fuck out my house. Right now, I'm in my house on YouTube, expressing with my audience. It's 650 people watching me. Obviously, they vibe with me because they're watching me. So if they ain't got no problem with it, and you do, that means you need to cancel your ass and go head on. Because I don't want shit from you. Nothing. I don't want a damn thing from you. The only thing, okay, I do want something. Just leave me the fuck alone. Let me be in peace without you judging me. Long as I'm doing shit right, just leave me the fuck alone. If ain't nothing broke, don't try to fix it. If it ain't a mess, don't create one. The fuck, man? I'm not and you should be like that too. More of you women should be like that too. A lot of men are turned off by outspoken women. Oh, fucking well. I'm not from Little House on the Prairie. Yes, I'm educated, but I don't let their education change me from being comfortable with who I am. And I'm not going to. Other motherfuckers do that. Oh, you shouldn't use curse words. Bitch, do I work for CNN and CSB or MSNBC? I don't work for them motherfuckers. Don't try to frame me. Don't try to mold me. That's what my daddy did. And perhaps he molded me to be able to speak to you and look you directly in your fucking face and tell you to get the fuck out my way. I was molded by a man who grew up and was born in the 40s, went through the 50s, went through the 60s, went through the 70s, went through the 80s, went through the 90s. And he molded me to be able to do the things that it was difficult for them to do, for his parents to do. So you're not getting Ann from Green Abels. You're not getting uh 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 the the old fashioned Leave It to Beaver mom. I'm not no fucking Leave It to Beaver mom. Nah. That's the truth. A lot of us, our parents raised us to look people of another race in the eyes and say, get the fuck out my way. And that comes from another race of people trying to make them inferior of them. So he raised me to be able to say, fuck you. You want a war? You want to fight? Let's go. Because I promise you, I'm going to beat your ass. That's how we had to be raised in order for our parents to feel good inside. Like, so when they leave off this earth, they leave off saying she can defend herself or he can defend himself. He's not going to feel like he has to praise another race of people who feel that they're superior. If I could whoop your ass, you're not superior. Sorry. Sorry. That's not how I'm built up. I'm going to tell you how I feel, and I'm going to look you in the face. Something I find that people who think they're superior are. They can't look me in my motherfucking face. They can't. I don't blink a motherfucking eye. But I know you can't look God in the face either. Oh, well, I guess I got something in common with my daddy because he's God. You don't understand. We come from ancestors that had to look down and couldn't look up. Fuck that. My father made sure that I look you in your eye so you could see that I'm telling you the truth. And my mother would beat my ass if I would look down. Don't you put your fucking head down. I remember that shit in my head as a kid. It was something I couldn't understand why my mother would be like that. Lift your damn head up. Don't you goddamn it lift your head down. When she would take me to school, to the PTA meetings with the teachers, I couldn't understand that behavior. But now I do. She said, Mama, you go to the teacher meeting, tell your teacher what you told me what happened. And I would put my head down trying to still lift your goddamn head up. And you look her straight in the eyes. That was my mother, yo, and I didn't understand that type of behavior as a kid. And now I understand it. You look a motherfucker in the eye and they put their head down. That's shame. That's a sign of shame. So I look people directly in the eye. I did not understand that until I became an adult. Because my thought was, why are you yelling at my teacher? Why are you yelling at my teacher? I'm my little white teacher. She said, you lift your goddamn head up and you look her in the face. Don't you put your head down. Every time you put your head down, I'm going to pop the shit out of you. I didn't understand it. Now I do. And no, again, I don't need psychological counseling. All I need you to do is keep it real and leave me the fuck alone. That's it. That's it. I find the nicer you try to be to a lot of white people, the more they want to fuck with you. So you can't keep it real with them because they don't keep it real with you. Girl, if what was in my head came out my mouth, I would never, ever, ever have a fucking job. A lot of white people don't think that they're doing anything to harm you or make you feel some type of way. And you have to fucking let them know that you're not stupid. Bitch, let's go to court and let the judge interpret this shit, because you're not the interpreter. We're not supposed to have that thought in our heads. Fuck that. I am not. What's that motherfucking black dude's name that went to court to try to get his shit free? What the fuck was his name? What the fuck was his name? Damn, what was that black man's name that tried to get his freedom for years, and he died? He was in a free state. Yeah, Dred Scott. I ain't fucking Dred Scott. I'm Sister Bethy, and I will fucking take you to court. And Dred Scott didn't have the mouth I got. I got a fucking mouth. I like setting precedents. I ain't fucking Dred Scott. I'm Bethy. And it's fucking 2024. Fuck out of here. Y'all remember that white senator that said that they should have kept us as slaves? And that wasn't too long ago. I forgot that senator's name. They said they should have never kept us as, like, bitch, you just don't even know. We wasn't the fucking slaves. Only to our parents. I dare that motherfucker to go say that, stand in Chicago and say that shit. See if he make it out the courthouse. I dare his motherfucking ass to go to Chicago and say they shouldn't have let the slaves free. See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all motherfuckers put on suits and think we supposed to bow down. Hell no. You turn around, I'm going to put my size 8.5 right up your ass. Fuck out of here. Go to Chicago and say you shouldn't have you should have they should have left the slaves as slaves. I dare that senator to do that. You see that motherfucker hanging on a pole with all kinds of whips on his ass. So we're supposed to be able to tolerate that shit, right? And just ignore it and let it go. Get the fuck out of here. I'm going to defend myself. For every action, there's a reaction. You say something fucked up to me, I'm going to say something fucked up back to you. You are just a white person, and that doesn't mean that I must bow down and be silent. No. You don't want nobody doing that to your daughter? Don't fucking do it to me. You are not superior to me. You are not better than me. And you're not in your motherfucking country of origin. Bitch, you bring your records and I'll bring mine. I say to my people, y'all need to stop killing each other in these fucking hoods. You're not your own. I'm serious. You need to stop. Why the fuck are you turning your weapons on yourselves? That is not the way your ancestors fought, stupid. Yo, I'm out because Dane about to go live. I love y'all, and y'all have a wonderful day. Dane Calloway is going live, and I'm about to go over there because I'm not missing not one bit of his segment. Love y'all. Remember self-love. Always remember self-love. Listen to the goddamn words because this is a fact.
Yeah. Conscious. Matic. Alright, so far away I come from. I sit and wonder about the times that it made sense, but nowadays I don't worry about what's past tense. My younger days I used to hang around with mad friends. If we just fell out, I don't really know what happened. A lot of people come around and keep you stagnant, distraction. So yeah, don't show them no compassion. We was really out here grinding, really rapping, stacking them Franklins, them Grants and them Jacksons. Imagine if we would've never chased our passion, we probably would've never knew what happened. They was all just talk, we showed action. Once they leave, don't you let them back in. Just pack up all their stuff and send them packing. I'm blacking on anybody thinking they could act up with me. This vibe ain't for free, cause where I'm at in life, I'm only focused on me. Note the self, know yourself, focus on your health. They don't wanna help, then fuck it, do it by yourself. Don't give them no excuse to put you on the shelf. If it's me, myself, and I, then it's no one else. Yeah. Self-love is the best love. It's the people who always give that never get love. They ain't real enough to probably say they messed up. Just let it go and make the best of it. Yeah, self-love is the best love. It's the people who always give that never get love. They ain't real enough to probably say they messed up. Just let it go and make the best of it. Love yourself.
Yeah, practice what you preaching, but clearly they not practicing entitlement and pride. Yeah, those two things they factor in. Spiral out of control just from all the bantering. When they accustomed to talking behind your back with all that chattering, I remove myself before I abuse myself. Talk about self-love, but you gotta do it yourself. Yeah, I won't act too good for no help. We all healing now. Said some things about me that ain't true. How you feeling now? Even at my lowest, they tried to find a way to bring me down. Big y'all up for years, ain't talking just the brand or the sound. I don't throw things around, I do it from the heart proud. Mama just wanna see her sunshine, removing them dark clouds.
Yeah, self-love is the best love. It's the people who always give that never get love. They ain't real enough to probably say they messed up. Just let it go and make the best of it. Yeah, self-love is the best love. It's the people who always give that never get love. They ain't real enough to probably say they messed up. Just let it go and make the best of it. Love yourself.